What is up, math superstars? This is Mr. Peterson coming to you from the Math Cave. And so in this edition of Mr. Peterson Presents, we're going to talk about the introduction to dividing fractions. So I'm going to give you this word problem. Rebecca is cutting a piece of ribbon into smaller pieces. She has 4 feet of ribbon that she wants to divide into 2/3 foot pieces. How many pieces will she have after she cuts the ribbon? So our first step that we're going to do is to draw a model that represents the length of the ribbon. And so right here I have a nice little strip of purple ribbon. Now I have to show that this ribbon is 4 feet in length. And so all I'm going to do is label this outside edge as 4 feet. And for this 4-foot piece of ribbon, I'm going to go ahead and divide this ribbon up into 4 equal parts to show where each foot is. And so let's go ahead and do the best I can here. So I'm going to make a mark here, and here, and here. So each place, so this is where 1 foot is, this is where 2 feet is, this is where 3 feet is, and at the end is 4 feet. So here, after I made the 1 foot sections of this 4-foot piece of ribbon, the question is asking how many 2/3 foot pieces can she make out of this entire ribbon. So we can think about this. If we're going to think about this as a sentence, we can say how many groups of 2/3 is what we're looking for. How many groups of 2/3 are there in 4? And so we're going to go ahead now and we're going to cut our 2/3 pieces. So the way we can do this here, let's cut each foot into thirds. Let's make our markings here before we cut. Sorry. So I have 1/3, 2/3, 3/3 gives me 1 foot. Let's do 1/3, 2/3, 3/3 gives me another foot. So I'm at 2 feet. Let's do 1/3, 2/3, 3/3 gives me another foot. So I'm at 3 feet already. And let's go ahead and do 2 more markings here to mark off our third sections. And so in this question we're finding the 2/3 sections. So let's go ahead now and start making some cuts on our ribbon. So we can cut a 2/3 piece right here. So there's our first 2/3 piece. So you guessed it, so I have 1/3 and 2/3. So let's make another 2/3 piece. So I have 1/3 and 2/3, so I know I can cut right there. Let's go ahead and cut in a third piece. So I can cut 1/3 and 2/3. Let's make sure we cut it because we want to make sure all those are kind of even, hopefully. Let's make another 2/3 piece. 1/3, 2/3, make a cut. Okay, let's do it again. 1/3, 2/3, make a cut. And let's do, oh wait a second, we can make one more piece. So let's go 1/3, 2/3, and let's go ahead and make a cut. We'll circle that. And all we're asking is how many groups of 2/3 of a foot pieces are there in 4? So let's go ahead and count how many groups we got, how many pieces we have after she makes the cut. So we have 1 piece, 2 pieces, 3 pieces, 4, 5, 6 pieces. So our answer is 6 pieces of ribbon. Thank you so much for watching this edition of Mr. Peterson Presents Dividing Fractions Introduction.